Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Calvin Lim Investing. It's been a little bit since my last segment. I've been pretty busy. A lot of things have happened, but I'm glad to be back. And today we got a nice little episode. I'm going to be talking about whether it's time to buy the dip with Pinterest and Baba. So with that being said, just a couple of housekeeping things to get out of the way. First off, I'm not a financial advisor or an expert, so please contact one before you begin to invest. Next of all, always do your own research and due diligence before you buy a stock or a security. It's very important to always make your own judgment and research, and don't just base your investing decisions off of, say, Twitter or other discords. And finally, in the link below, there's a really cool Discord group that my friends and I have created. Feel free to hop on in, chat with the rest of us, and get to know a little bit more about the market and even crypto. So feel free to hop on in, say hello, and get to know the group better. So first off, we have Pinterest. Pinterest dropped significantly in the last 2 weeks due to earnings. There was a large drop in the amount of web users. As you see, the stock went from 72 all the way down to 58 and has been hovering around the 58 range ever since then. In my opinion, I think Pinterest still has a lot of room to grow. I'm not too concerned about the fall off. In terms of web users. I think a lot of social media users are more often than not mobile users, and that's kind of where I'm really feeling it. And I think we shouldn't be too concerned about Pinterest in terms of their web user base growth. And you can see they've also beat EPS estimates, and I think they're poised to recover in the near future. I think Pinterest is going to retouch the $70 mark in the next month or month and a half. So I did buy some October calls just to see if Pinterest is going to have some room to run. So the other stock I have is going to be Baba or Alibaba. It's been down in the dumps the last 6 months. The trend is not looking very kind. There's also been a lot of turmoil in terms of Chinese regulation. The market in China hasn't been very kind. There's been a lot of crackdown on big tech in Asia. Specifically in China, and Baba has not been left out. They were trading about 270 back in February, and now they're at 196. And I think now is a really great time to pick up Baba shares or some leaps. I think Baba is poised to at least be somewhere around this price target of 290. I'm pretty bullish on them. I think they're growing tremendous ways. They've also ingrained themselves in the everyday lives of a lot of Chinese citizens. They're the Amazon of China. But what makes them really fantastic is that Baba is both a e-commerce. They have their own markets. They've done a lot of vertical integration to really encompass all assets of life. Another thing that Amazon is trying to replicate. With Amazon, you can see them buying up Whole Foods, which also has Amazon Web Services. They also have other different technologies, such as a little bit of finance. They've dabbled in the credit card area, and Baba is no different. So I'm pretty bullish on Baba. I think they're bound to hit at least the 250, 240 range, but I'm even more bullish, and I think 290 is definitely very reasonable. They missed earnings by a little bit. Their EPS was missed by about 13 cents, but their revenue last year was actually, or their revenue in the last year was 717 billion. I think this is in Chinese currency, if I stand correct. So, it's still very bullish. If this is indeed normal revenue, that means their revenue is even greater than their total market cap, which is definitely something to be on the lookout for, and really gives me the sense that BABA is definitely undervalued in my opinion. So with that being said, these are the two stocks that I'm planning to buy the dip for. I'm planning to buy some Pinterest, some Alibaba shares, and I'm really hoping for some very nice price movements as well, but I am pretty bullish and I'm buying these stocks for the long term. I'm not looking to sort of profit in the near term. I'm really looking forward for the next probably 6 months to a year. So that's just sort of my timeline, and we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for tuning into this segment, and please feel free to jump in to our amazing Discord group.